welcome to Planet Bollywood. Many have been exposed in the Me Too storm. And among the big names, one is of Sohail Seth, who is not only accused by one woman, but by 6 women. And we have Diandra here with us on Planet Bollywood. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Diandra, you've shared your story with the world. And I must say, you've been one of the very few who's handled the sexual misconduct right there, the way you had to handle it, right? Just for our audience, could you tell us what exactly happened that night at the party?
Oh God. Okay, so basically, we were there for Ambi Valley Fashion Week, Bridal Fashion Week.
Yeah.
And in fact, actually, I remember very clearly it was 2012 because for 2 years I was on a sabbatical after Khatron Ke Khiladi, which was in 2010. And I quit the business. And I had to come back to the industry. So I remember that year and that phase so clearly because, you know, it was a big comeback for me back into the industry. So yeah, as usual, there was an after party. It was in our hotel itself. I've obviously known Sohail socially because you know when you're in this industry, you kind of are invited to all of these parties. You're expected to kind of be out there and network and be seen in the newspapers. So yes, so we obviously, you know, everyone's kind of high, everyone's having a good time, and everyone's dancing. And I have been known to be someone who always dances on top of a table or a speaker, and I was dating a DJ for the longest time. So, you know, I'm always the so-called wild one or the crazy one or party animal or whatever you want to call it, right? People will say all kinds of things. So yes, we were dancing and he was also dancing and a few other people were also dancing on top. Now, I'm not a really small girl, right? So obviously, there's more than, it's almost like a train station at rush hour. There's that many people. I don't like, you know, all of that. So I like to go and find a spot where I can breathe and no one is rubbing against me and all of that crap.
Yeah.
So dancing and being, however, he suddenly started to grab me and, you know, put his hand in my, in my top and touch my boobs and whatever. And I was just like, so, you know, you kind of realize that, okay, you know, chalo, someone is drunk. And I know that should not be an excuse. But when you don't know, you don't expect it from people of this caliber.
Absolutely.
Okay, the supposedly intellectual, you know, that whole thing, right? So you think of it like, okay, maybe he's just kind of lost control and this is a one-off thing. So I squeezed his ear.
Okay.
And I remember this as clear as daylight. I can tell you the color of the walls of that bar. I can tell you the color of that couch. I can tell you his expression. Everything became maroon and purple. And I wasn't letting go. And, you know, everyone was laughing because my friends who know me and whoever knew him, you know, people like, ha ha, you know, like it is a funny thing, you know, because... So I squeezed his ear and whatever. And he's like, you know, was still grabbing it and all of that. And then we said, okay, chalo, you know, let it go, you know, okay, fine. He's figured it out, he's learned his lesson. Soon after that, he's come and he's tried to kiss me and, you know, his tongue is in my mouth. And I'm just like, and I can still remember the glass in his hand, a whiskey glass. I mean, you know, it's insane the kind of things you remember. Okay, and so clear. And my instinct was to do this. Now, why I have the instinct to do that, I will tell you in a bit. So I grabbed I bit his tongue and then he was just like, and while he was doing that and he kind of backed away, I grabbed his, because I said, you know what, let me come and grope you. That was my process. I'm like, if you think you can do this to me, let me see how you feel if I start touching your privates.
Yeah.
Right? So come on, I grabbed it. That's when everyone started to realize, okay, because they know how I am. They've seen me. They know I'm not going to be standing
The bold
for this.
and bindas avatar that you
The
have.
no-nonsense person.
So, now why is it that a woman has to be taken away, calmed down, so-called? Oh, maybe you had more to drink than normal. How do you know what my normal is?
Right.
I'm a Catholic. I have more alcohol running in my veins than blood. Okay, who are you to judge? He's also drinking. How is it that nobody is saying anything about that? How is it that the man doesn't have to be calmed down? How is it that nobody is calling out that behavior? Somebody, I believe, went and grabbed him by his collar and warned him, saying that if you don't back out, because they know how I am.
Yeah.
He would have, and I wish I had pounded him. All the bad language that I've used, people are like, can we remove that? Why? Why? Should I not be angry? Would you not be angry as a woman? Would you not be? Would
Absolutely.
anybody on this planet not be? Every woman has faced this. Now, coming back to why I am and why have I reacted like this and how have I reached this point to react like this and be a hard ass? Everybody wants to react like this. Every woman, every boy, every man that has ever been molested or sexually harassed or any of these things want to react like this. Why are they not reacting like this? Because in that moment you freeze, you're so shocked by so many things.
Absolutely.
I have become a hard person because of the experience I faced with a nameless person on a bus who has
Complete stranger.
touched his on my arm. I was 10 years old and there are adults on this bus. I had tuition books in my lap. I was in a sweater, like a sweatshirt and in jeans. Okay, no makeup. I'm 10 years old. Nobody came to my rescue till I finally realized I'm leaning into the man next to me because this guy is putting his thing from his lungi and I'm sitting in the seat that's facing the bus, so people can see how uncomfortable I am. That day I realized no one is going to come and help you. So that and thereafter, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, breast came, things came, everything came, blah, blah, blah. It did not matter. It did not matter what you wore. If you are a woman in this country walking in a burqa, okay, experiment this with a man. Put him somewhere in a burqa and you see how many catcalls he'll get even in a goddamn burqa.
Right.
Try this.
Dandra, you've been a strong personality. Everyone knows you that you are vocal, you know, and still you have a Me Too story to tell. So,
Oh, I have
which
several.
means the predators not only target women who are weak, small towner, who probably wouldn't voice out, but they also target strong and successful women. Do you think this is abuse of power?
Everyone's confused. There's a lot of people who are high up, who are enablers. They're little like pimp mamas, little shielders. They're the breeders of all this behavior. The big bad boy club, who maybe they also have some shady stories to share. Is it that the big bad boy club, the rich people, the journalists, the socialites, blah blah blah, that you'll all probably, each one of you has a predator story? Or then maybe the women can't afford to buy the wives and whoever else start to defend their husbands, like the Bollywood wives and whoever else and all these different clubs, because then what? How are you going to drip in diamonds, darling, and how are you going to afford that Gucci and that LV while you turn a blind eye to your husband's behavior? Yeah, today you think your kids are safe, okay, but your husband's probably doing this to some other minors or whatever, and there are enough and more stories on enough and more predators who the stories are that when they were minors many years back, this has happened to them, and today they're like wanting to come out, by the way. So be friggin' warned. My situation, तुम लोग चिल्ला के बोल रहे हो, सब लोग चिल्ला के बोल रहे हैं कि evidence लाओ. Tomorrow, if I'm in some shady lane somewhere, today this has happened to me publicly, not one person has come and stood up.
Yeah.
Okay, to be my witness. Then these women who are there on social media who are defending these guys and saying, तुम क्या रात के 2 बजे भजन गाने गाए थे क्या? I mean, you went to sing bhajans in his room. So that means at 2 o'clock, if you've gone for a dinner party or something or whatever, blah, 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 so you should not go to Sohail Seth because why? Because there must be some shady story with him.
Yeah.
Or that at 2 o'clock in the night, it's okay for someone to rape you. It's okay for someone to take their head and put it in your crotch. It's okay that someone will grab my... What? I believe, if you ask me, the fashion industry has so many of the people who are witness have God knows how many shady stories, and they are possibly predators. So, I mean, now coming to these women who are shielding them and saying that the Me Too movement is women against these men. हम तो मतलब पागल हो गए हैं, and we are on some manhunt. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
I love men.
Yeah.
Are you mad? Please. I love men. There are enough and more men in my life that are amazingly protective. One of my friends turned around and said, but if I was there, I would have pounded him even if I didn't know the woman he was groping.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
that is a man. So till you boys, I would like to tell you this is not a sexist movement, okay? This is, we are fighting a power problem. Nobody is handing us, men, women, children, nobody is handing us our power on a golden platter. Okay, you have to go out there and take that power. People are come forward. What is your scare? Financial scare? वो तो मुझे भी था. ना तो मैं fashion की रहूँगी या ना तो मैं Bollywood की रहूँगी at this rate because I'm talking about all of it. At the end of the day, I will have no job left. I have dedicated 6 days of my life. I've changed meetings. I'm not going to a event because I'm going to have to talk about this because with the press when it will take away from what that job is.
Right.
Okay? So people are not, we're not doing this for publicity. Who wants this kind of publicity? We are talking to survivors, we are talking to anonymous people who want to come out and they are afraid. We are working on how do we, let's question the right people.
Yeah.
There are girls, Kritika,
Yes.
who cannot file an FIR, nobody is registering that. You all are telling us, were we sleeping? When Tanushri spoke and went and filed things, did anything happen this many years back? What the sorry for this language, but I am going to use this language because everybody needs to understand how angry we are. Let's question it. Why is everybody normalizing this behavior? And the boys, you need to come out. I'll tell you why. Because this has caused you your careers. This has outed you from these industries. You all have had to go and find other options, career options. Why when you all had the talent? The women, why when we had the talent? Okay, we choose that we don't want to sleep. That's fine. The ones who want to sleep, let them do it. That's consent. They're doing it out of a choice. The ones who are not, why are they being why are they being raped? Why are they being groped? I'll tell you why. Because we have let this slide. Everybody turns a blind eye. Have you noticed? I don't know any of the women who have accused Suhail Seth. I don't know any of them. But everyone has a pattern. Each story has
Same
a pattern.
pattern.
Sajid Khan.
Yes.
Right.
Alok Nath. Alok Nath's case to matlab it was like, हाँ हम तो सब जानते थे.
And still
It's
nobody
open on the sets. It's an open secret. Sajid Khan, open secret. Wow. So and then some people are like, why is only Bollywood getting attention? Why is not fashion industry getting Arey bhai, ये competition नहीं है. It's not a competition. If you have something, मुंह खोलो. Everybody is waiting for somebody to open their mouth because everybody has become a sheep. This is our
Right.
problem. But everybody is all helpless. Now what's happening is, it's angering you, other women, when you know it's the same predator.
Yeah.
And he's done this and it's worse and he's getting away with it. So more people are like, you know what? Screw you. Now I will also jump in it. And you know what? There is some serious loss of time that goes into this.
Right.
I have hardly slept. I have lost my appetite because I feel sick to my stomach when I'm hearing stories day in and day out. I'm reading them. I'm talking to survivors. It takes a toll on you.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's another trauma you
It
face.
takes
Exactly.
a toll on you because you realize that you have to also, you're expected to be strong because you have this reputation. I have woken up every morning and screamed and said, howled and said, please give me a sign, universe, that this is the right thing that I'm doing because I know the fear that everyone is facing. I have the same fears. I might die and nothing may happen and nothing may change for the future. The point is I've howled and I've said, give me a sign, universe. Give me some sign that this is the right path because I feel like it is from the bottom of my heart. But what is the sign and what is that path ahead that I'm supposed to take?
Yeah.
Right? I've
Yeah.
said this story, okay, fine. I cannot talk to anybody anymore and say, bas, my story is out, yaar. Okay? But there's a much larger cause that we are fighting for.
Yeah. It's not about one
It's
man.
not about one man. It's not about woman versus man. It's not about whatever. It's about and the fight is huge because not only we are fighting this power play, we are also fighting our own fears. We are fighting patriarchy. We are fighting misogyny from women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From intelligent, educated people. We talk about uneducated.
Influencers.
So what are we, we're fighting so much. And I howled. And every day, I get answers. Because I have people from I don't know where coming out. All the worries, all the fears. That which are the lawyers? I can't afford a lawyer. I can't afford to be running to. Everybody's coming out. They're coming and they're helping you free of cost.
Yeah.
All you have to do is speak your truth. That's all, and we are all there. We are helping each other through this process. You know what all of us discuss, the survivors? We're discussing, can you please hydrate? Just remember to switch your phones off and take some time to yourself.
Be mentally
Right.
healthy.
Okay? Because it's another fight, a new day.
Yeah.
Take some time out for, some people's parents are not talking to them because they went ahead and filed this. Some women's children are being bullied in school because it's so publicly out there. So many different things.
Yeah.
Right.
So many, plus you have to go to work, plus you have to deal with your husband, plus you have to go home and look after kids. What? Anybody wants this kind of attention? It's draining. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
But I still can't sleep because you know what? I'm not done.
Yeah.
And if this sucks my blood, so be it. But I will do my damnest best because tomorrow I can stand proud, look at myself in the mirror and say, I at least tried.
Daindra, I know in your post you mentioned that you don't need a closure on your story. You've done what you had to do at that point when the incident happened. But is there something that makes you feel that predator deserves this or this is his punishment?
Now, mine was a very public thing with Suhail Seth, right? So he's not going to rape me or try to put my head in his crotch in front of 200 people, right?
Yeah.
But he's done this.
With others.
To other
Okay,
women.
people like this, maybe they've not groped you. Okay, because you're a sister, like a sister, or a best friend, or whatever, or something. But that doesn't mean that it's not happening to everyone else.
Yeah.
That the rest of us are liars. That the rest of us should not be going to a hotel room for a party. And let me tell you, Suhail Seth, you little friggin' wuss. You are hiding. How long are you going to hide? How long are you going to hide? Or are you going to run away like the rest of your friends, like a Vijay Mallya and like all of these people? Is that the plan? Or maybe you've already done it. So, run and hide all you can because you have the power of money, you have the power of lawyers, you have the power of huge backing to come after me, right? And I don't have that kind of resources to stand up. What I do have is my truth. What I do have is fearlessness.
Yeah.
And what I do have is immense power now. Because the power is in my hand. And nobody has given it to me. My power was never placed in your hand. And none of the women that you've done this to, they are now starting to realize that power should not be given into your hand, that they should take it, they should snatch it. So there are more coming after you. I'm telling you this openly to your goddamn face, and I challenge you to come after me.
Well, Daindra, talking about power play, you have also been associated with the agency Kwan, and Anirban Das Blah has been accused and now being named as a predator. What do you have to say? I mean, did you have any brush or any such incident which you would want to talk about now?
See, I have been in this industry since I was 15. We didn't have agencies, we didn't have anything. So I've seen this industry change. I have dabbled in a few agencies and I realized the power play there. I realized the things that you had to I saw it happening, and they could never try it with the girls who'd already been there and freelanced, and we did everything on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't have any godfather in this industry. I don't have anybody in my family, even now, who's related to this industry. You see, after 23 years of being in this business. So I've done everything and reached everywhere on purely my hard work. Not to say that I haven't somewhere heard the thing that, like if you do this, you'll win
get
this
there.
title, or this will happen, or whatever. But maybe I just So by the time I joined Kwan or had a meeting with Anirban and Asha, I remember, they came to meet me in Saltwater Cafe. So firstly, the heads came to meet me in Bandra, in my area, because I was already who I was.
Yeah.
Right.
I really doubt that he would have. See, you understand these predators. If you notice one thing about them, they're actually quite. They get quite scared.
Oh.
They're quite.
Intimidated?
They're like chappus. चप्पू बोलते हैं ना चप्पू वाले पर्सनालिटी है उनके यू गेट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग
Right.
सो जिनके चप्पू वाले पर्सनालिटीज होते हैं दे आर सो वीक देमसेल्व्स सो दे विल ऑलवेज प्रे ऑन समवन वीकर देन देम
Right.
okay it's like saying कि you jungle में हो you will notice that there's always you see like
When you want to prey on someone,
you will
always
always
go for
prey
the
on
weaker
someone.
one.
Yes, right? So if you see these personalities of these people, if you ever meet them and you get brazen with any of them, you, in an instant you'll realize कि उनकी फटके हाथ में आ जाती है.
Right.
Okay, this is a pattern. I'm not lying to you. So he'll say it looked like a baby. He looked like a baby. He was like, you bit my tongue so hard, my ears. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So they will always prey on someone that is weaker than them. Because they themselves are doing this out of a place of, they don't have the to be with strong people. You get what I'm saying? They are married to weak women. They are, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So someone like Anirban would never, even in his wildest dreams, I wish he had tried something on me though. Most of the women that you have preyed on, you don't know if they're even alive today and if they've killed themselves for real. And that is on you. That is on your conscience. And you want to make a story, I will give you a great story to make. हम लोग सब इतने, we are making wild stories and claims now. Anirban blah, you know everybody, you're fucking everybody and licking everyone's ass in Bollywood, right? Why don't you make a movie with this story that you've come out with on suicide, okay? Make a mental health issue problem. I'll tell you who to take. Take Sajid Khan as the goddamn director, okay? Take Nana Patekar to choreograph the events that you'll all each other, okay? And licking each other's ass all day long. Then why don't you, of course, we need a Sanskari Babuji, right? Like, I mean, you know, that has to happen. There has to be a father. So yes, Alok Nath can come in this part. Who are the other people? Come on, give me some
Ghai,
names.
Subhash Kapoor.
Subhash Ghai. Are तो he's तो like major has been.
Chetan
उसका
Bhagat.
ना तो मतलब तू एक you make a monument. Vicky
Vikas
Sudhana,
Bell,
they'll do
Mukesh
the
Chabra.
casting. They'll do the casting. Na, they will all do the casting for your films. And there are too many directors actually. So then they can make short stories. That's the new trend, right? You can make short stories on because each director who is a predator, they can all come and make a short story. And of course, last but not the least, how can we forget Suhail Seth? Take Suhail Seth. You know, you guys remember that Golmaal? You saw Tushar Kapoor's role?
Right.
Yeah.
Great, right? Super funny, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't
Doesn't
speak.
talk.
Gunga hai.
Right.
उस सुहेल सेठ को वो रोल में ले ले. And by the way, then all your other so-called mental health clients and whoever else, please, उनको बोलो pro bono actresses आके सब या actresses लो ही मत फिर एक दूसरे के हो तुम लोग. And then all go, and you all should really, at the end of the thing, you know, actually nobody should get a tip-off, the police should not get a tip-off and all of that. The end of your movie, that the end should be that you all, you know, actually kill each other or some shit like that. You know, what was the Padmavat ka movie where they go and the क्या होता है जौहर होता है ना तुम ऐसे चले जाओ तुम लोग सब. Go and friggin', I mean, you know, what are you guys doing? You're making a joke out of mental health. I mean, of course, these predators seriously have a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
There is a problem.
Behavioral
It's
pattern.
a deep-rooted goddamn problem.
Yeah.
But everybody has enabled this. Anirban, again, is called out for it being an open secret. And there's a pattern there.
There is a pattern.
Wake up, man. Wake up, Bollywood. I'm calling all of you out. I'm calling my fashion industry out that I was born in and I've grown up in. Okay, so-called friends. I'm calling everybody out. Yeah, socialites. Cooperates. What is everyone doing?
Talking about calling out people from Bollywood, I want to ask you where Sajid Khan, so many women have come out against him. A lot of people from Bollywood said this comes as a shock to us. Many actors and actresses who worked with Sajid Khan have not said a word. Where are they? Would you like
See,
to?
nowadays, basically, I have stepped foot on this side, na, in Bollywood side. Because now I'm acting, you know, right? Like I'm not
Yes,
I'm not a model anymore and everything. So, you know the trend, right? All these actors, like the stars wear their shades, like even in whatever.
Dark.
You know what they are? These are actually blinders. They can't see anything. उनको कुछ सुनाई नहीं देता है, दिखाई नहीं देता है. You know, they have those, what are those little earplugs that we have, right, to talk in our phone? They have that, and they have shades on, and those are blinders. You know what the problem is? I think that because of all this, and again, I hate this word nepotism, but think about it. How many stars currently, okay, filmy family stars, who are there currently? Maybe there are stories about their fathers, about their brothers, about whoever.
Yeah.
All the Bollywood star wives who are shielding everything. You think people don't know? You think that they are not upset? Do you think they don't, out or so and so or this actor or that one or whatever because they're sleeping? Arey, if that's the case, call out your husbands, na? Okay, so let's not talk of the hypocrisy levels. All I have to say is we'll just wear our blinders, because I'll be another actress who will be like that. A lot of people are talking about it. Dia Mirza has come out openly and said that
Swara
he's...
Bhaskar.
I have experienced Sajid. I know first.
All right. Okay. About experiencing Sajid, you're saying.
Please
Okay.
tell us.
Now,
Yeah.
so I'm on the outs of this industry. I never wanted to be part of this industry. I rejected the biggest film offers back in the day when I looked fairly normal, according to what people think is normal. Long hair, no tattoos, blah, blah, blah. Because I just couldn't deal with I dabbled in a few things and I just couldn't deal with the way this industry worked, right? And so one of my ex-boyfriends, I don't want to drag his name into the story and everything, has been friends, with this thing. So we were in Farah Khan's house at a dinner party. She has a terrace, like an outer terrace kind of thing. And he's so obnoxious, Sajid. I've known him for years because I know a lot of models and a lot of people who've dated him and everything. So I've known him and kind of heard things, and I'm on the outs.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was nowhere close to being a director or close to being any of those things. I think he was some dancer, choreographer, some to kuch bhi to karta tha. Anyway, they did what they did to get where they did. Okay, and I was at this house party, blah, blah, blah. And he was, as usual, trying to be the life of the party, being obnoxious. He thinks that everybody should laugh at his jokes and he has to be the center of attention. You see, that's a defense mechanism. Because he's so ugly. Who in their right mind would sleep with this? And such an obnoxious, disgusting pig of a guy, right? So people use a lot of things as defense mechanisms. He is so used to him being the center of attention and talking such obnoxious things, he doesn't expect a woman to answer back.
Right.
What did I say about a pattern with all of these predators?
Yeah.
They go with
prey
weaker.
on somebody that's weaker than you.
Right.
Who will not open their mouth, who will not whatever, who will not be abusive. If you are saying sexist crap and you're saying whatever, you don't expect a woman to give it back to you. You expect them to feel like, how can he say this in public, right?
Right.
I am sorry. I am not one of those women. Okay? I have a very big personality.
Yeah.
And so I gave it back. And the friend started laughing at him for the first time. Or whatever, right? This happened, then I met him on a flight. Again, he was really obnoxious on the flight. And I gave it off to him in front of everybody. And that time, I wasn't even a known face in the sense that people don't know models in this country. Yeah. So I'd never been on TV, and also nobody knew who I really was. But they knew who he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, again, I embarrassed him. Till eventually, a few years later, I realized that he has actually me out to my ex saying that, and I heard enough stories. By the way, Sajid is known for dropping his pants not only in front of women, he does this in front of his male friends also. And they are also disgusted. Not that he goes to, but I'll tell you what the psyche is. Because his face is so ugly. He must have been rejected so many times. He has an interview that he's given where he said, I have treated my women badly,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
In my 20s.
1 minute. You know what? This is a problem. This is a deep-rooted problem. This is so ugly.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, you may have a big dick in your pants because that's the only thing that you can flash, because nobody wants to see your goddamn face, man. And if people have slept with you, they've slept with you for a role. So that is a power play.
Right.
So then the ones that are not, you are going to continue to be obnoxious. Continue, come, and you also, Sajid, can't come at me because I am, what is the word, the legal terms now that we are,
Defamation.
no, that I'm slander on his name. But excuse me, everybody knew. So once again, I am not even in part of Bollywood movies and that parties and मेरे को पता है. How is it that everybody? Okay.
The blinders.
The blinders, along with the earplugs. So, Diandra, talking about predators, we spoke about Suhail Seth, we spoke about Sajid Khan. Another name, another big name of the industry was Vikas Bahl.
Are you seriously trying to tell me that people don't know this behavior? Firstly, looks only like a sleazeball. Okay, there have been more than enough stories, and by the way, there's so many. These are all one gang group. You know, the boy gang. You're seriously telling me that that girl never wanted to come out. You know, whatever, all these legal loopholes.
Yeah.
Right.
People find all these things because that is the problem. No, the money and the power talks, na baba. So that is exactly what you're saying. Like, let's take it a step forward. What is it that we're doing? And then, of course, Bollywood is one big family. You think Bollywood, in that club, they don't know everything that's happening to everything and about everyone. The biggest gossip mongers, uske couch pe ja, forget the couch that he has on screen. Go to his own couch in his own house and see how much gossip. The topmost people, they gossip about everything. What? Are you kidding me? Every industry, everybody, every human being knows things, okay, and everybody wants to talk about it. You think Me Too, and half the people's thing is just dinner party conversations, yeah, where everybody, yeah, and you know, it's against men, and it's this, and it's that, and everyone, la, 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 di, da. But how will they be dripping in their little diamonds and their bags and whatever? You think that people don't know how their husbands are? You think people don't know? There is lots and more. There is still much higher levels that should drop down. But if that comes crashing down, there won't be a Bollywood.
Yeah.
There won't be a Bollywood. Because the list of perpetrators will be more than, you might as well ask, make a separate list. Because the list of innocents will be much lesser. But for everybody, there are so many people coming out, right? Where's that call to action? That guilty, Mahesh Bhupati said this
Yes.
line. Guilty until proven innocent.
Right.
Where are the laws in place in this country? What are we doing? Our government doesn't have sexual harassment laws in place, yeah.
At least now the conversations have begun. At least questions are being raised. And to the women who haven't spoken about what they've been through, would you like to say anything to
I'd
them?
like to correct you here, and I corrected a few people who started some petition. And they said, we are going to get all the men out. And I said, I'm sorry, your narrative is wrong. So everybody has to be very careful of what the narrative is. It's not just the women. We have to say that is every human being going to come out?
Right.
Whether it's man, whether it's woman, and let's touch upon the LGBTQ+. Let's
Agreed.
not forget.
Yeah.
But because it's not being discussed correctly, people are not aware of it. We are a very small bubble of educated in that scene. We are in this scenario. How is it going to reach deeper ends of this country?
Yeah. Yeah.
We are sitting here in this fancy studio in Bombay, in the middle of this entertainment industry, blah, blah, blah. It has to, and we are fighting with educated people, trying to convince them firstly that it's not a woman versus man thing. So if we don't take this forward, the conversations correctly, and if people don't come and make sense, show your anger.
Yeah.
Show your rage, because if you're not angry and you should be angry, you should be ashamed of yourself if you're not angry, even if today it could be, tomorrow it could be anybody, today it could be your own children, yeah, that this is happening to.
Yeah.
And then they turn out to be predators because of the damage done to them, or they turn out to be victims and survivors. What are we doing? So the narrative has to change. We've only got some kind of LGBTQ law now after so much fighting,
In
but what it
2018.
took that community. So if today men, women don't stand up together and empower each other,
Yeah.
this thing now that men should not complain. Arey, be a man.
Be a man.
Right.
No, be a man and stand up for your women and for yourselves and for society, for your children. Be a man. Stand up for your wife. Stand up for your sister. Stand up for your mother.
Yeah.
Stand up for your daughter. That is be a man. This thing of being strong. I'm so sick of hearing this tag that I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong. And I never ever get vulnerable like this. Ever. I'll howl in my house. I'll never show this face. I'll never ever show this side. You know? And I'm not crying to get pity out of anything. But I wake up and I go to sleep so disturbed by everything that's happening. Okay? And I have to use that rage and anger correctly. Okay, I have to use it correctly. I'm not going to go out there and be, this is out of frustration. It is out of a release. You know, I know so many men survivors that I've spoken to in the past few days. Yesterday, I was with someone on the phone for 3 hours. My first thing was, I don't want to know names. Because God knows I'm definitely going to know them.
Yeah.
Okay? So I don't want to know. But you want help, I'll listen to you. It takes so much out of you. I had to inspire myself. People say you're an inspiration. Are you know, it's very great. Yeah, there's a side of me, I'm a Leo. You know, there's that side of me that's like, you know, you know, that thing. You know, we have
The
that.
strong dominating side.
But there's a side of me that's like, the fact that you think I'm an inspiration, I have to inspire myself to get out of bed to go and do a mundane chore like cook for my dog or to cook for my parents or cook for myself or go and wash bartans, man. That seems like a Herculean task because I empathize with everybody. I'm lucky that nothing worse has happened to me, but far worse has happened to others that are around me right now. And I hear those stories and I hear it from men. Boys are bawling, but they can't come out and cry. Women are supposed to be like this. We are supposed to be like this. We're supposed to cry. The fact that I've cried, I'll give you a biggest example of the hypocrisy. Had I done this in Bigg Boss, if I had cried, everybody knows what my story was. Had I cried, okay, I would have won that show.
Yeah.
You think I didn't know that? I've had a friend in Bigg Boss from season 1. I've watched every season, right up until my season, and then I stopped watching. I didn't even watch my own season. Because I know what really went on and I know what is edited and shown to you guys. This is not a movie. It's not a Balaji TV serial. It is not a goddamn Bollywood movie. It is not a reality TV show. Wake the up. This is real shit. The emotions I went through were real shit. If I have to out that guy, his mother would be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Okay? I have gone and I have apologized to his mother. Why did I apologize to his mother? Because this is upbringing. You respect someone no matter what she has said to me. My parents have raised me to be different. If your mother was hurt, if your brother was hurt, I will apologize. It doesn't make me a smaller person.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I know my truth, but people are judgmental out there. Because no, they want you to cry and say that, but he touched my leg. He wanted to kiss me. He was the first one to touch my leg under the blanket. मैं बोलूं? You want to know the truth, but get out of reality TV. Get out of movies. Get out of this image that we've created. Let's clean up the stars' image. Let's call them out. What is the image cleaning that's happening in Bollywood? What do you think? In fashion, Jessica Lal, they have, who came and stood, how many witnesses were there, and how long did it take her to, I expect the fashion industry to come out for this and say this happened. Nobody, everyone is as weak as, no, everything is not Bollywood, everything is not a TV serial, and in this country we have made cricket, Bollywood and TV serials, everything. Everything. The rest of nobody matters. And आके रोना धोना कर दो बस. What is Anirban doing? What are half these people? मजाक बना के रखा है.
Right, Diandra, like you said, this movement is not sexist. It's not about man versus women. We urge all you men, women, LGBTQ plus community to come forward. Tell us your story because we are here, we are listening, and this movement, this conversation needs to keep going. Thank you, Diandra, for joining us and doing what you've done, for calling out names fearlessly and being the bold you are.
Yeah, thank you. But I wonder what's going to happen of me. So, if something ever does happen, and you're attending my funeral, please make sure that you make a noise and be as loud as I've been. Be as fearless as I've been. Put me in some designer outfit because God knows this industry, they owe me some, everybody's so fake. So some fancy outfit.
We need
who
more
wore what. And of course, don't forget that, if I've died an actress or at least a wannabe actress who's come for like publicity and we're doing this for publicity, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm going to be a star. So you make sure that you put some fancy ass shades on me, guys.
Don't worry, you're not going
And
anywhere.
please announce the conspiracy theory because I'm going out kicking and screaming.
But we need more women like you, so thank you for joining us on our show.
I had too much coffee, right?